Hey, hello everyone, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Rovoltech Amazing Yamaguchi Supergirl. And this one is the Japan exclusive that I ordered here. And here's the faceplate. It's a heat vision faceplate. It is, I guess, a widespread heat vision face. So I'm going to have to try that out. I actually pre-opened it and I haven't pulled it out yet, so to inspect the faceplate itself. But anyways, let's get into this figure. So I am going to open it. This one's pre-opened too. I've inspected the figure. So let's see. Oh, by the way, there's the front of the box. This side of the box, if you can see it. Here, I'm going to put it in the light. Rovoltech. Back of the box with all the poses you can put and the accessories right there for the figure. Now, if you were going to get this figure via an online store, I think it does not come with this faceplate, the heat vision faceplate, the widespread heat vision faceplate. You would have to order it from Kaiyodo in Japan and somehow get it to you if you live abroad other than in Japan. So that's how you get this faceplate. Now, let's take a look at the figure. Now, the figure is, I have to say, I already took out all the stuff that came with it. The figure here is very, very cute because it's anime style. Supergirl. So you can see clearly we have the hands, and you got 3 pairs of hands, and you got 2 faceplates and a stand. And right in there is a replacement joint for the either hand. So just in case you break it, I like taking care of my stuff as best as I can. So I will try my best not to break anything if I can. So let's get the figure out of the box and let's take a look at it. Now, if you must know or don't know, I am a big fan of Kryptonians. So I actually love a good alien story, and having Kryptonians was one of my favorites. So here's a look at Supergirl. Supergirl actually, let me get these lights back up, see as best as I can. Supergirl here. Let's look at the paint and everything. The paint is like a pretty, I'm trying to look at it closely, but the paint looks like a soft metallic, or I can't really tell. Yeah, it looks like a soft blue, light blue metallic. The S symbol is sculpted. The House of L symbol is sculpted on the chest. And let's see, the skirt is actually a fixed plastic piece that is movable. The legs are sculpted in a darker red. Very classic colors on this figure. Now, the skirt and the legs and the cape itself are, I can't tell if they're all different shades of red color. I think that from my eyes I can see they look like it, but if you get this figure in hand, you can tell for yourself. This is actually a little bit darker. This is a little bit more matte, and this red is like almost I think like in between this color and this color of red. So yes, and everything is sculpted. This is a wired cape, and I do actually love wired capes, the soft goods on my figures, because it makes the figure look more, premium and dynamic, and you can pose it a lot more than you usually could. So this figure does not have a lot of accessories, so let's just get into the articulation. So now, articulation is at the hair. You can move it up as far up as you can, is about that much. Let's get that cape out of the way. You can move it up about that much. It goes back down about there. So basically the hair flows over the shoulders, which is really nice. Now the hair itself is like a metallic yellow with hints of gold in the hair, or it's like goldish, like a almost goldish yellow metallic. Yes, so the face plates. Now, let me see if I can. I'm going to move my camera so I can get some better lighting. Let's see if this works. So the face plates are very, very good. They are absolutely amazing. Now, I see these, hence the name, Amazing Yamaguchi. Now, the eyes, I think, are movable, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, they are, because there is a tool inside where you can move your figure's eyes. They are movable with this tool right here. So it has two ends on the eye tool where you can move it in any direction. So you see that? So you pop the face off and you can move the eyes in any direction. Now, I'm not going to do that. I know a lot of other reviewers will do it for you, so I just wanted to, showcase the figure, and tell you about it, in my own way. So let's put up the arms. Let's see, they go to a T rotation. Let's do rotation because this is a Yamaguchi figure. These figures are very articulated. So articulation on the arms. Go about, that's a nice uppercut punch right there from Supergirl. The wrists are rotatable, and they rotate up that far and down that far, and if you swivel it around, they can go. Hold on, yeah, it's a fixed. Yeah, you gotta hold the wrist joint itself, or take off the hand and rotate it towards the way you want to rotate your hand on the figure, so it can rotate back like that, and so 90 degrees pretty much on each side. So we got a T arm on the other side. Yep, rotation, a full rotation on both, of course. Now the joints on there, you can see the joints, right? The joints are like they're a hinge and I forgot the name of it already. A hinge ball joint. Yes, hinge ball joint. So yes, it has a peg on each end that goes into the PVC itself, and basically it rotates any which direction you want. So yes, this is a very articulated figure. Now, with the Yamaguchi figures, you can see there's a lot of gapping on these figures. Now, that might be a turnoff to some consumers of adult collectibles. It's understandable. Does it bother me a lot? Not really. I usually I'll pose every now and then a figure in a different pose, and whenever I can, and I'll just leave them on that pose, and I'll leave them on a stand, or I have them displayed. So yes, so this is actually a really decent Supergirl figure. It's anime style. If you like anime, this is actually very good. And I might add a smiling head sculpt. This smiling head sculpt should be definitive on any character who can smile, anime or otherwise. This is good. I like this. Having a smiling head sculpt is always good. It gives the character his or her demeanor in that show or in that movie. So this is very good. This is smiling. I like it. It's very, very awesome. I like it. So now for the suit. The suit is sculpted and has line work going around the area of the chest and going down into the hips. If you can see it, it is actually very, very detailed, and that's pretty good. I'm uncertain whether this Supergirl is New 52 or some other type of Supergirl variation, but it looks very good. I like it. The belt is gold, and as I said before, it is movable, it is rotatable. The legs and the hands and the head and neck are all a base skin tone. It's not super light. It looks very realistic, and that's how it is. So let's see for the legs now. Let's see how far she can kick up. She can kick about that much. Let's see. Straighten out the leg. She can kick about that much, and her actually that's kind of strange, but her knee can go a little bit more up, like she broke her kneecap or something, or dislocated it. Well, anyways, that's not a problem for me. I'm not, and you can see actually the line work on the boots too. So yes, right there. So she can go up that far. Let's see how far in she can kick, and there you go. That's the knee, and of course you can see this is a Yamaguchi figure. There are many different parts that should not be showing. Does it bother me? No. That's the kneecap right there on that joint, on that knee joint. That's how it is. Does it bother you? I don't know. You can tell me. It actually looks really good. This Supergirl figure is really good. I love it. I actually enjoy this. This is a very good figure. Same on the other side, all the way up with the knee. Yep. And bend at the knee again. Yes, so yes, that kneecap again right there on that joint. If it bothers you, then this figure is not for you, because there's a bunch of gaps. There's a bunch of different things that Yamaguchi does and Kaiyodo does for their figures. However, the biggest plus for me is the wired cape, and I would say the head sculpts too. So you know what? Let's get into the head sculpts and let's see what they look like on the figure. So first you're gonna pull it off right here, and it should come out. Yes, there you go, and that's what it looks like right there. That's the joint. The joint is a lot different from other figures, from what I can tell. So yeah, Kaiyodo does things a little bit more different than other official figures. So here's the head sculpt, the smiley head sculpt. Let's go and we're gonna try the neutral head first. There's a piece of plastic. Okay, let's get that neutral head out, and then let's get that preparation for the heat vision. And I have the looks like a widespread of heat vision. So let's go and take this off, and let's put the neutral head on, and let's see how that looks on the figure. Let's see. Pretty standard, just a neutral head. And again, the eyes are movable. The eyes, from what I can tell, are like a clear plastic and painted very detailed. The eyeballs themselves that are in this figure, I don't know if you can tell, it's like a clear plastic possibly, and they are detailed very nicely on each of the head sculpts. So I absolutely love this. Looks very realistic. That's pretty good. Let's go to the next head sculpt, and let's put the preparing to use the heat vision on Supergirl's enemies. Now let's get the hair on. Let's put on the plate, back on the head, and let's see how that looks. Oh, that's a little tight. Wonder why that is. Oh, that looks menacing. That is very good. Yeah, you don't want to piss off the girl of steel. That's very good. And actually, I see on the faceplate there is some shade of red right under the eyes. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but I don't know if you see that. That is very good. That is very, very good. The eyes or the eyebrows actually are like a. It's kind of interesting because I think all the eyebrows are like a greenish color. I don't know if that's a turnoff for someone, but for me, it doesn't bother me. If I think if you were to do the same hair color as the hair color same as the eyebrows, you probably couldn't tell she had eyebrows with the skin tone. But I could be wrong. That's probably why they chose a different color for the eyebrows. Okay, next, let's do the widespread heat vision. I want to see this. Let's get this off. Oh, her head. This head sculpt. This head sculpt is actually on there pretty good. I don't know why this one is tighter than the other two head sculpts, but hopefully I can get it off. There we go. Okay, next, let's do the widespread head sculpt. I already pre-opened this, so let's take a look at what it looks like on the figure. I expect this to look pretty good. Now, one thing that I will say about this is, hold on, there we go. This is the widespread heat vision. It looks like she's absolutely angry at whoever is attacking her. That is absolutely good. That is very nice. The thing I would say with this heat vision, I wish it was a tad longer, more more dynamic or something, or more how can I say, the length of the heat vision I think is kind of short. I don't know if you would think the same, but I wish they had a little bit more. This is actually a step in the right direction for especially Superman figures. More smiling head sculpts and more heat vision head sculpts would absolutely make the figure more desirable to buy. If this trend continues like this, but is improved over time, this, to me at least, would be an absolutely good, what is it? A good investment for collectors to have. I mean, consumers consumers for the collecting hobby would actually absolutely go crazy for this if this were to happen to other figures, especially if it was made in America or otherwise. This is good. This is a good step in the right direction. Now, as for that, yes, this head sculpt is very good. I absolutely love it. It looks nice. Last thing I didn't touch on was the feet. They go down that far, so like she's, suspended in the air in flight, and they go up. And I forgot to do the toe bends, guys. Sorry about that. There's a toe bend, and the rockers. There, you can rock. So you can rock it, but you can swivel it. However, you can't really rock the ankles on this unless you shift. Probably if you shifted that joint, but I'm not sure if it goes in at an angle into the foot. That joint probably cannot do any pivoting, so that is kind of unfortunate. So yes, same thing on the other side. And the bottom of the feet, these are heeled high boots. I guess you would call these high boots, thigh boots. So yes, they have a heel at the bottom of the feet. So, do you think this figure is worth buying? I think so. There's no other really Supergirl figure on the market that I know of, other than this one. I know there's older figures on that are, you know, collectible and stuff from I forgot, DC Direct or something older. I forgot, DC Essentials, I believe, was the Supergirl that I actually wanted to get. I forgot which one it was, but that was actually a Supergirl I was looking to get, but I never got a hold of. This one came out. I said I gotta get it, so I got it. I actually ordered it online from Kaiyodo, and I received it back in mid-July, I believe. So I was excited to review this figure when I did get it, but I was busy this summer vacation and off from work, so I decided to hold off on doing reviews until the time was right. So I wanted to give you guys a review on this figure. If you live in Japan, or if you know someone that lives in Japan and you want a Japan exclusive figure from Kaiyodo, I'd recommend you get in touch with that friend or your sibling or whoever lives in Japan, and you can order this figure. And or not this figure specifically, but if they do I know they do re-release their figures, but if they do re-release it, I would say don't hesitate to pick up the Kaiyodo exclusive one, as opposed to getting it on the secondary market, you know, without the head sculpt. But if you like it, this Heat Vision Supergirl is very, very good. Or this head sculpt, anyways. So this figure is, I believe, in my opinion, an amazing figure. No pun intended. And there goes the hand. Sorry about that. But by the way, the looseness of the joints, I did not mention this, but there is no looseness. The only thing I would say is just with the hands, you need to secure them as much as you can, but be careful not to break the joint. This is you have to, so there's a way. I'm just gonna mention this real quick. When you're putting on if it's a straight peg like that and a joint, what I do is I like to swivel it in there slowly and push at the same time. Or if it's too tight, use some oil of any kind, some lubricant, and or heat. You know, it depends what the situation is. But if you're going to use lubricant, do not put too much, because it'll seep into the joint and it'll go into the other peg, and it will be loose all around, and that's not a good thing to do. Then you're going to have to go in there and clean it thoroughly and get that oil out. So you must be very generous in putting a small amount of oil or any kind of lubricant to get that joint in. But my advice, first start, you know, put it on the peg and slowly work your way up and push that hand into the joint itself, and just leave it like that. So anyway, just remember, this is a good figure, and thank you for watching, everyone, and please, everyone, stay safe and have a blessed day. Thanks.